Good morning. I'm out and about. It's about 9:30 now. I had breakfast at the Marden House. I was talking with James. I met some of the other guests today. There was three other Americans there and one person from Switzerland. We were talking briefly. Had some excitement. The smoke detector or fire alarm went off. Turned out to be nothing. Last night, unfortunately, or fortunately, I fell asleep about 6:45. I was actually called home and I was actually nodding out. I couldn't stay awake actually during the phone conversation. That's how tired I was. So I finally fell asleep. I figure it was around 6:45 or so, and woke up a little after midnight. And I was up for about an hour, hour and a half, and I kind of laid back down, and luckily I did actually go to sleep, and the next time I woke up it was 8:15. So I thought I was late for breakfast. So I felt bad. So I got dressed real quick and went downstairs, and then eventually did go and have breakfast at about 8:30. So, and like I said, we were talking and about the other people and just a little bit about the house. James and his wife have been running the place for about 9-10 years now. So they've been there for quite some time now. So that's it. We're gonna go walk to the camping store. It's not quite a mile walk. And from there, I may visit some other sites. I may just buy some stuff. I'm also gonna pass an Aldi, and then I can always, there's a supermarket nearby. I might just go back. I just gotta commit and buy stuff, and then this way I know I have my stuff. The big thing is buying the maps, because I want to have time to trace my route on them. So, and that'll be very time consuming. So I'll have to spend time looking at the map and my GPS track to make sure that I denote the correct trail. And here's something you don't see anymore in America. I don't remember the last time I've seen a public phone, but I've seen several already. So I've walked to Go Outdoors, which is, as it says, the UK's biggest outdoor store. So I guess this is kind of like the REI of the UK. So let's go in and do some shopping. Coleman gas, all different types. Jet boil, shelf is empty. MSR, only one left. I think I'm gonna go with the Coleman for the same price. Get twice as much gas, so I don't have to worry about cooking. So much like at home, I just left the Go Outdoors store. Like similar to REI, if you're a member, you get a discount on items that you purchase there. So I did join. It was £5 to join to become a member, and for my £5, I managed to save about £17, mostly on the maps. The maps were about £11 each, or something thereabout, I believe she said. And by becoming a member, you only pay £6 for them. So it saved quite considerable. So it was worth it. So I'm walking across Waterloo Bridge over the Inverness. This bridge is well over 100 years old. Looks like it was started to be built in 1895. They replaced a wooden bridge, which was here for 90 years before that. So it's a little chilly and windy, but walking actually feels good. Very good walking weather. So if I stop though, it gets a little chilly. I'm walking into the town center now. I'm on the other bank. I'm gonna go see if I can try and find a lighter and some water, and then that'll be all my supplies pretty much done. And subway in this case means a passageway under the roadway. So I just went through the subway, which was just a passageway through this busy road, so you don't have to endanger yourself. Well, just wanted to do a recap of day 2, or what I'm calling day 2. It's my first full day in Inverness, and did a lot. It was a busy day. Got up around 8, had breakfast at about 8:30. Started walking to the outdoor store. It was close to 9:30 then. I bought my maps. I didn't buy any food there. The prices were a little high. I also didn't like some of the selection, and I think I could have done better, which I think I did. Just buying over-the-counter stuff and stop buying dedicated dehydrated meals that are made for hiking, because they are pricey. They're very high in sodium, which is what you need sometimes when you're hiking. But also over here, some of the flavors I'm a little concerned about me liking or not, and I didn't feel like paying as much for it. Bought my gas that I needed. The big thing with the maps. Later tonight, I went through the maps and I realized I need another map. I didn't buy all the maps. I bought until I come to the very populated area. I don't think I'll need a map after that, but there's one map. I do need a corner of it, and I'm debating to cut the maps to save on weight and space. But I hate doing that. It just goes against me to like cut a book, or I never would do that. But I might end up cutting some of them. You saw me. I took a lot of video and pictures of me walking around, different flowers, different plants, just sights to see. The Great Glen Way. I walked on that. I came back on that river walk along the Inverness, dropped off some of my stuff, then I went back out. I got some local money. I took out some pounds, Scottish pounds, from the bank. And then I went to the supermarket and I bought all my supplies that I need. So I have food, I bought water, I bought snacks, breakfast bars, things like that. So I think I'm really good for the first 4 to maybe even 5 days. After that, I will be staying at some places. Hopefully I'll come through some towns and I can buy some food to supplement what I already have, or maybe actually eat a hot meal and then buy something to take out of town, or go forward like that. Selections are hard, so I'm really surprised at the food here. There's a lot of Americanized brands as well, but there's a lot of restaurants, but it's like pasta, pizza, there's an Irish pub, burgers, things like that. So so I'm not really kind of food like I feel like having all the time. So I did have some pizza. I went and bought water. I could not find the 1-liter bottles. The most I was able to find was these 850 milliliter smart water bottles, which I've never seen before. They're made here in Britain, so they're probably for the local market here, and that may be a size that is maybe more popular with them. So I bought 2 of them, which in the end result gives me the same as I was going to carry before, which is 1.7 liters. So I just have it in 2 different vessels that are the same. Instead of having a 1 liter and a 750 milliliter, I have 2 of them. So it's kind of good. So it works out well. I couldn't find 1 liter bottles. I can find some other brands, or 1 liter bottles that are made for like soda and stuff. But I thought about taking them, pouring out the soda, drinking it, and then using it. But I'll just stick with these. It's good. They do have the sports cap, so it works out well. I do have some water flavor packets that I brought, but I didn't bring a lot. I'll just do without them. And I didn't look for some here, but I haven't seen them in the stores. I spent a lot of time in 3-4 different supermarkets today, looking for cold cuts that I could take on the trail and eat. And I did not find those either. A lot of the food here doesn't have a lot of preservatives, and they're not added sugar and things like that. They're more healthy, I think, better choices. I actually do wish that was more common back in the States. So it is kind of sad to see how much some of our brands have influenced the markets here. Like you walk in, you see Coke and Pepsi, mostly Coke and Pepsi is a lot. You see a lot of the same brands. We have, although the taste and the ingredients are different because of the market here and the laws and the regulation. So that's good to see. Did a little bit of shopping. Other than that, like I said, I took out some money and just got ready. I came back tonight after doing a lot of walking. I walked about 14 to 15 miles today. Not exactly sure, but I wanted to make sure I'm getting my body conditioned to do miles day after day after day. Obviously, the trail will be a little bit harder because I'll be going up in elevation, where most of that day was more or less flat. But I'm going to do hopefully the same tomorrow and try and get my body and my muscles used to doing that, 14, 15 miles a day, and that should be good. There's a couple of days I have to do a little bit more than that, but there's some days I do less. I think one day I'm doing like 6 or 8 miles, so it's just to get into town on day 4. So that'll help me out. in doing my maps, I realized I need to go get another map. So I ended up, after I came back and dropped everything off, bought all my groceries, I went walking back to the Go Outdoors store, and it was closed. And I believe it was closed because it's a bank holiday today, so they use Sunday hours, which means they close at 5 and not 8 o'clock like it says on their site. So when I got there at 6 o'clock, the gates were closed. The store was closed. It was locked up. So that's mission one tomorrow, is to go get that missing map I need, mark it up, and I may decide to trim the map so I don't have to carry as much. It's something I'm very strongly considering, although it does hurt me to do. And it just bothers me how cheap I can buy the maps here compared to the United States. I couldn't even get some of them delivered. They wouldn't deliver because the shipping is just too much. And sometimes you just can't even find them. They're like $15, $16 a map here, and I'm paying £6 here, which is closer to like $7. So just amazing how much cheaper it is. But once you buy the map, you get a code in there so you can download it and then use it. So I was able to install them on the app on my phone. So I have them on my phone as well. I have them on my GPS now. I have them on my phone. So I think I'm really good. And I'm going to physically carry them, which is also, I hate to do it, but it's backup because you never know, electronic can fail. So that's something you want to do. Let's see what else I did today. So I marked up all the maps. I spent a lot of time putting my path, marking it with, I bought a highlighter, a blue highlighter. So I have my trail. So each map is ready to go. And it tells me what I need to do, where, marked up where I'm going to stay on some of them, which map, I'll put them in order. Like I said, I may cut them down because some of the maps I'm only using like a little strip on the top, and the rest of the map at the bottom or maybe at the top is just wasted space. So if I could really trim them, I could probably half the weight that the maps are causing me to carry. I'll throw away these folders that come with them. They're quite heavy and cardboard, but they have the code in them that you need to use. There's a code over here, and you download it. You enter that code on the website so that you can download it to show that you're the purchaser. So I took pictures of all the codes, so I have them. It weighs a lot less than these things. I have 4 of these, and tomorrow I'm going to buy number 5. So I have 6 maps in total. I did not buy the last 2 maps because I feel it's a very well marked, or much better marked trail, and it's in an urban area. I don't think I'll have any problem following it. I'm sure there's signage on that because it's a well-established travel path of about 30-40 miles now. So I think that'll work out well. I'm going to probably put a little video together of all the sites I visited, and I'll put that out. And that's it. So thank you so much for taking time today to watch the videos, and thank you for following me along. I hope you'll stay to watch the actual hiking part. Till we meet again.